Hi, this is the main, the limitless nomad, reminding you the only true border is your imagination. And I'm coming to you from Boca Chica, the Dominican Republic, with my man, a good friend of mine, Omari.
What's happening, guys?
What's going on, good guy? How you doing today?
Thank you very much, Domain. I'm doing good, my brother.
All right.
As we say down here, tranquilo.
Tranquilo. Good. So, he is originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but he decided to move to the Dominican Republic, Boca Chica.
That's right.
So, before I go any further, let's just, you take over and tell them a little about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and why you decided to move to the Dominican Republic.
Okay. As Brother Domain said, my name's Omari. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, originally born and bred. Down south Georgia boy, as we say down there. The ESGB, baby. So I made the move probably about 5 years ago, coming up now. We're working on 5 years that I actually went ahead and made the move. I was first introduced to the Dominican Republic approximately 17 years ago, around 2000, that Y2K, around that time frame, was when I kind of woke up and was like, yo, let me get out, let me start seeing more. And that was when my travel bug and my being a nomad kind of kicked in. And that was when I was first introduced to the country and started to come on my own and learn different things about the country, learning the culture. Number one, learn the language, learning more about the people and that kind of thing. And about 5 years ago, I met a very special girl and we hit it off, and she became literally my backbone, my foundation here, because you gotta have a foundation if you're gonna move outside of the United States.
Okay.
Wherever you move, make sure you have a good foundation. It can be a woman, or you can have some type of a set base, friends, or however you want to do it,
Right.
But without that foundation, it's real difficult to get out of the U.S. and have a clean transition.
Okay. So would you say you decided to move because of a special lady, or you just got tired of the lifestyle of the U.S.?
Well, my situation was a little different.
Okay.
With that special lady, brother, I had kids coming on the way. So, one technically planned type kid, but it happened, and things happen for a reason. I'm a person that really believes things happen for a reason, and that was literally my wake-up call. Because I was like a lot of brothers at the time, thinking, okay, one day I want to be able to retire here. One day I'm gonna do this. But at the time, I was so stuck in that matrix mind frame still. Right. Of I have to work, I have to grind, I have to have a certain level of income that I'm thinking that I needed to make a transition like that. You have a kid, you got to make things happen. Right. So literally, it was a blessing from God that I got a call one day and they was like, hey man, you got a baby on the way down there in the Dominican. I'm like, what? So I was like, wait a minute, things gotta change, things gotta happen now. So it forced me into a position of not waiting for things to happen, and instead moving and making things happen down here.
Cool, awesome. Okay. All right, so now that you're living here, what advantages would you say as an individual you have living in the Dominican Republic as opposed to the United States? And vice versa, what disadvantages would you say you have?
Okay, we'll start with the advantages. We'll start with the good first.
Okay.
Advantages. Having kids, let me say that because I am a father first. Having kids and having a family here, this is the ideal environment to start a kid's life here. I mean, it's a lot of the old school aspects of what we used to have, like I say, me being down south, that tight-knit community where literally your whole neighborhood, your whole community is an extension of your family.
Right.
That is still alive and very well here. You have, like we're here sitting here where we live here in Boca Chica. This area is called Los Coquitos. More specifically, we're in a section called San Juaneros. And in this area here, everybody's family, man. My kids out here, everybody knows my kids. Everybody knows my family. If we need something, my neighbor, if they got it, they'll, you know, have no problem giving it to us. Same vice versa, because they know if they needed something, hey, man, you got it, borrow it for a little while. So there's that feeling and that extension of family wherever you go here. That's one of the biggest advantages. Okay. Second biggest advantage, I think, is cost of living. Cost of living is low here. For me to be able to, like I say, I came here and I literally started from nothing here, and I worked myself up into things, and the cost of living being so cheap definitely helped that. And, you know, medicals, I have free medical for the kids here, and I have an extension plan. Like, you know, I do pay for health care here, which is $20 US a month. Okay, so little things like that. If I was in the States, I'm talking almost 4 or 5 times difference out of my pocket for doing the same thing and raising my kids, and literally less, you know, getting the quality of life less than I can get here. Right. We're eating fresh fruit every day, fresh vegetables, you know, none of that processed stuff. You know, there's no McDonald's. Well, we have McDonald's, Burger King. My kids get a little bit of that, but they're not exposed to that's all they know. Right, you know? Right. So we eliminate all of that part out of our lifestyles, and it's just pure natural living, man. You can't beat living next to a beach.
I understand that. I understand that.
So, disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages. Okay, some of the disadvantages of moving to a foreign country is, number one, you have to understand that you are in a foreign country. So things that are normal to you, or what you perceive as normal, if you cannot step out of the box and look at things from a different set of eyes, a different aspect, and literally realize you are starting over. You are literally like a baby learning things. You need to learn a new environment. You need to learn a new culture and accept those things. If you can't do that, you're going to have a difficult time. So with that being said, realize you're going to always be a foreigner, okay? In this country here, they call us gringos, you know? It's not just a white person, black person, anybody. It's literally, if you're from another country here, you are going to be a gringo. There's different levels to gringoism here, as I call it. You can be an accepted gringo, where literally they, you know, you're just a foreigner, but you cool. You're one of those cool ones. You know, they're not going to try to take advantage of you. Or you're going to be one of the bad gringos, where they're using it in an insulting form of, because you're coming here and you're literally taking advantage of this country for whatever reason, taking advantage of the women, and, you know, you're taking advantage of the low cost of living or whatever, and you're not contributing back into this country in any form and fashion. So literally they're looking at you as robbing this country. So yeah, they're going to do the same to you. They're going to literally try to get what they can get out of you also. Right. So a disadvantage would be if you come here and don't adjust, and you look at everything through those old Matrix eyes, those old American eyes, like, and you expect
the highway.
Exactly, you expect everything to conform to you. You will not have a very good time here, because you will have a lot of outside factors working against you. Okay, but if you can come here and you can adjust and you can accept things that to you might be foreign or strange at first, but just go with it, go with the flow, accept it, respect it, your life definitely will be different, because the other people will see you more as one of them as opposed to being one of those outside gringos.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. So someone starting off, what amount of money would you recommend that they start with to feel comfortable, I'd say?
Depends on your lifestyle, of course.
Okay.
Like I say, I had to make something happen. So my threshold of comfortable at first is much different than my threshold now, because, you know, I'm living a little better lifestyle now. To comfortably come here and pretty much keep, if you want to westernize what you're used to back home type lifestyle, minimum you want to do is $1,000 per person per month. Okay, with that being said, because that's going to give you that hotel, not hotel, excuse me, an apartment,
right,
with the amenities that you're used to back home, AC, hot water, you know, lights 24/7. Because that's a big one to adjust also, is they lose power here.
How often would you say?
Depends on the time of the year that you lose power. Sometimes of the years, every day for a couple of hours. Sometimes of the years, maybe once a week.
Okay.
This time of the year is like maybe once a week. Not too bad.
Right. So the higher the demand as far as AC running in the summertime, the higher
Exactly.
the
When more tourists are here, because they generally keep tourist areas in the capital. They keep the powers for them. I'm learning how this thing works with these rolling blackouts. So you pretty much get used to losing power. You know when, how long you're gonna lose it, and you kind of get used to it.
Okay.
But if you want to keep that American type lifestyle, like I say, $1,000 is a good median range. Now, if you got at parties every night, you know, you're gonna need a little bit more.
Right.
If you're a person that doesn't need as much, or you're trying to get, you can live off the grid, you can live with a couple of hours no power kind of thing, you can go less than $1,000 easily.
Okay, cool. So what ideas and ways would you recommend or suggest for someone who is moving here, relocating to earn a living?
Okay, earning a living. With the Dominican Republic specifically,
yes.
Earning a living here, the best way to earn a living here is start your own business, some kind of way. They have a minimum wage here, which is literally like $200 a month.
Right.
And working for somebody here, you're not going to get a whole lot more than that. Now, you can earn, you know, as a teacher, you could probably earn up to about $800 a month, which is, you know, with that kind of money, that puts you literally solidly middle class. But you got to also think, if you're still at that age where you're working here, you need to also be thinking about your savings and future. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for savings American-wise. So now if you totally left America, totally wipe yourself out, you can live off $800 here a month and still, you know, earn money. Save money for a future later on here also.
Okay, cool. Now you did mention, you said like starting a business.
Right.
What would be the best businesses to start as far as high demand business if someone wants to be a successful business owner here in the Dominican Republic?
Depends on the area. Dominican Republic's a very large and very diverse country, so if you're in a tourist area, obviously you want to work and do things toward tourists. Tourist related. Those, if you can get a hotel, that'd be great. You know, what I do myself, I run a tour company here. So kind of like a concierge to brothers that come into the area here and want to know more about Boca Chica area, Santo Domingo. Also, I do a lot of consulting for brothers that want to escape the matrix, how to go about it, and that kind of thing. You know, you kind of have to start as a hustler at some point. Other things that are here, there's a lot of things. This is wide open. This country is like the Wild West in a lot of aspects. It's so many business opportunities that if you know the language, you know the culture,